Bonjour, hello, this is Ozgur from Istanbul. I hope you are doing fine. We're gonna work towards Pincha Mayurasana today. So come on your mats, close your eyes and roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, in front of your heart center. Take a nice soft inhale to your nose and let it go to your mouth. Inhale again. Exhale. For Om, take a nice deep inhale. Bow your head to your heart. Lift your head up. Open your eyes and come to all fours. Come on your hands and your knees. Your hands are shoulder width apart, your feet are hip distance apart. Stretch your right leg back, tuck your toes, and press your right heel down to the floor. So this will give like a nice stretch to the back side of the leg. Now bring your right knee down and change your leg. Press your left heel back, open your heart forward, and very gently pull your belly button up into your spine. Bring your left knee down, lift both knees up, take your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Try not to collapse in between your arms. So feel the space in between your shoulder blades. Press your index fingers firmly and turn your upper inner arms towards your ears. And push the floor down. And press your heels down to the floor. They don't need to touch the floor, but the intention should be going towards the floor. And then at the same time, your tailbone, remember like you used to have like a tail roughly 200,000 years ago. So press that tail up to ceiling. Look in between your hands and bring your shoulders forward for plank. Open your heart forward and pull your legs towards each other. And then take your hips back and up, again, downward facing dog. Bring your shoulders forward one more time for plank. Take your hips back and up for downward facing dog again. Come to plank. Exhale, go back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, forward. This time, exhale, come all the way down. Untuck your feet, open your heart forward, Bhujangasana. Press the inner edges of the hands and pull your chest forward. Lower the chest. Bring your hands to the outer sides of the mat on your fingertips, and then open the heart. Lift the torso up. Press your pubic bone down, press your toes down, and start moving your upper body a little bit. Lower the chest. One more time. Rise up. Again, exhale, come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up again. Exhale down again. Bring your hands back to your mat. Now your wrists and your elbows making like a 90-degree angle with your shoulders. Tuck your toes, come on your knees, and take your hips back and up again, downward facing dog. Rise on your tippy toes and try to walk forward with straight legs as much as possible. Push your hips up. Press the fingers down. If you can't go any forward, come on your fingertips and open halfway. And then fold in again. Bring your hands to your hips. Magnetize your elbows. Gently bend your legs and rise up. And then release your hands to your sides for Tadasana. Nice deep inhalations and exhalations. Next inhalation, lift your arms up. Bend your legs, fold forward, Uttanasana. Open halfway for Ardha Uttanasana. Place your hands very mindfully, shoulder width apart. 2 big steps for plank, Falakasana. Open your heart and hug the midline. Hug your forearms and upper legs towards each other. Lower all the way down. Untuck your feet again, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Lower the chest. Bring the hands to the outer edges of the mat. Press your pubic bone down. Open your heart forward. Take the shoulders away from the ears and try to bring your chest a little bit more forward while pressing your feet on your mat. Lower the chest. Bring the hands back. Tuck the feet. Lift the knees off. And then maybe try to go up to a plank. If not, go back to a downward facing dog. Lift your heels up again with straight legs. Hover your hips as much as you can. Like you are taking your feet off a mat. Or like you are taking your feet off a jello. Open halfway. And fold in again. Hands to your hips. With a slight bend on your legs. Rise up. Lift your arms up. And come to Tadasana. One more round. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, open halfway. Exhale, plank. Open your heart forward. With the exhalation, come all the way down. Untuck the feet. Open the heart. Bhujangasana. Lower the chest. Tuck the feet. Either go up to downward facing dog or rise up to plank. And then downward facing dog. This time, 2 big steps for Uttanasana. Open and fold in. Hands to your hips, rise up. Stretch the arms, release the arms. One more round. Inhale. Exhale for Uttanasana. Inhale for Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale for plank. Open the heart, lower all the way down. Bhujangasana, Cobra. Downward facing dog. Bring your right foot forward, bring your left foot next to it, open halfway, and fold. Hands to your hips, rise up. Stretch your arms, and then fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plank, and come all the way down, same exhalation. Open the chest, Bhujangasana, tuck the feet, downward facing. Look in between your hands, bend your legs, look forward, and jump in between your hands. Open halfway, exhale, fold forward. Hands to your hips, rise up. Stretch the arms, and release the arms to your sides. For Urdhva Hastasana, lift your arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Same exhalation, plank, maybe Chaturanga, and then Urdhva Mukha. Press the top of the feet down, press your hands down, and with the top of the head, reach up. Tuck your feet, downward facing dog. Now walk your feet slightly forward, bend your legs, don't bend your arms, keep your arms straight, look in between your hands, and fold it. Open halfway, and fold in. Hands to your hips, rise up. Stretch the arms, and then release it to the sides. One last round. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, open halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Same exhalation, plank, maybe Chaturanga, and then either Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha. Tuck your feet back, downward facing dog. Bring your right foot next to your right hand, place your left knee down, and rise on your 10 fingertips. Make sure that the center of your left upper leg is pointing down. Once you found that, rise up. Bring your hands to your hips, and with the help of the hands, lower the hips down a little bit. Bring your hands to your rib cages, the bottom of the rib cages, and lift yourself up a little bit while grounding your hips down. Keep this uplifting energy and add your arms into it for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Go deeper every exhalation. And remember, by reaching up, you get deeper through the hips. Release the hands. Lift the knee up. Either you go to downward facing dog or lift the right foot up very, very slowly. Take it back to a plank and then downward facing dog. Bring your left foot forward next to your left hand. Place your right knee down. Rise on your 10 fingertips. Open your heart and press your right upper leg forward and down. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift your arms up. Imagine you are squeezing a block in between your fingers. If you have a block, let's do that. Get the block in between your fingertips or the book. Reach up to ceiling. And then lower down through your hips. And take the block a little back. This will let your heart more open. Release the block. Release the hands. Lift the knee up. Either go back to downward facing dog right now or come to plank and then downward facing dog. Rise on your tippy toes and start invoking in between your hands again. Open halfway and fold in. Hands to your hips. Rise up. Stretch the arms. Release the arms to your sides. Tadasana. Inhale for Utthita Hastasana. Exhale. Uttanasana. Open halfway. Plank. Hold. Press your hands down. Imagine the floor is rising up. You are trying to hold the floor as it is. And if there is a line in between your right in the middle of the mat, or if there is no, imagine there is one, you are hugging towards that midline. And then keep the hands and the feet at the same distance. Start pulling them towards each other, your hands and your feet. And then downward facing dog. Bring your right foot in between your hands. Spin the back heel down. And rise on your 10 fingertips. You may either find heel to heel or heel to back foot's inner arch alignment. Open the heart and then bring your right elbow to your right knee. Place your left hand to your hip. Open the chest. Again, place your left hand to your chest and then with the help of the hand, open the heart. Lift the left arm up and stretch it forward, palms facing down. Don't collapse on your right shoulder so much. Keep it engaged, keep it active. So the upper body is bright and lifted. And press the outer edge of the back foot towards your hip, reaching down, above your hip, reaching forward and towards the ceiling. Now, get more connected through your legs and then rise up to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. your arms are engaged, and you are stretching the four corners of the room. You are through your tailbone, reach down, through the top of the head, reach up, through your fingers, go back and forth. Hold this leg, imagine this is touching to a wall. Reach for reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. For Freddie Mercury, I call this. Press the right big toe down, keep reaching back with your index finger. Take your hip back, heart forward for Trikonasana, Uttita Trikonasana. Engage your legs into your center, to your core center. With the top of the head, reach forward. And to add some spice to the pose, stretch your left arm towards the front of the room, going on top of your ear. Breathe into the left upper part of the body. And very gently, lower the left hand down. Bring the right hand back and downward facing dog. How I find downward facing dog distance is from plank. My hands and my torso is almost parallel, and then I keep that distance of the hands and the feet. I take my hips back and up. A gentle bend to your legs will help you to lengthen the spine. Bring your left foot forward in between your hands, spin the back heel down, rise on your 10 fingertips. Keep the legs as they are. Bring your left elbow on your left knee. Bring your right hand to your hip. So you will see better. Like most of us, including me sometimes, I collapse to my shoulder. Instead of that, open space. Bring your right hand to your chest. With the help of the right hand, open the heart and reach your arm towards the front of the room, palm facing down. Below the hip, push down. Above the hip, reach up and turn. Hold the legs as they are. Engage your core muscles and very gently rise up to a warrior two. Stretch your fingers and bring more energy to your arms. Towards that energy, go deeper in the pose. Hold the lower body as it is. Move the upper body towards reverse warrior. Now keep the upper body as it is. Change the lower body, straighten the front leg. Now take the hip back, heart forward for Uttita Trikonasana. Engage your quadriceps, like pull your kneecaps to your thighs. And then reach the top arm forward. Just to lengthen the right oblique muscles a little bit more. Take the head back and turn the heart towards the ceiling. Lower the right hand down, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale to your nose, exhale to your mouth. Bring your right foot forward, next in between your hands. If you can bring your foot at one time, what you can do is like hold the foot and bring it. Spin the back heel down, open your heart. Straighten the front leg, bring your right hand to the inner edge of the right foot, lift your left arm up. Uttita Trikonasana. So I'm going to take my right foot slightly more back, bring my left hand to your hip, look forward, see where you are going, and move your left foot slightly forward, place your right hand to the right front corner of the mat. And open the hips on top of each other as much as you can. Keep gazing down for balance, and then lift the left arm up. So this is Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. And this is a hip opener, standing hip opener. So here, try to bring the hips on top of each other. Pull your toes towards yourself and press the heel back. And expand the four corners of the room. If you are okay with your balance, gaze where your heart is facing. And then get softer through your right fingertips. Maybe index finger, or maybe none of it. Little bit of shake is good. It works that you are working. It shows that you are trying. And take your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale again. Exhale. I'm gonna turn the other way. So, bring your left foot forward, spin the back heel down, straighten the front leg, lift the right arm up. Look at the direction of my back foot. It's facing the camera to you. So when I want you to go up to Ardha Chandrasana, that direction of the toes will be the same. Bring your right hand to your hip. Look forward. It's always good to see where you are going. When you are going to unknown, you are more controlled and more strict. So bring your left hand to the left front corner, lift the right leg up to a parallel to the floor or to the ceiling. Keep looking down and open the heart, turn the heart, and then lift the right arm up. Imagine yourself in a balloon, like you are trying to make that balloon as big as possible. Stretch through the heart, stretch through your chest to four corners of the room. And if you are okay again, gaze where your heart is facing. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hand, downward facing dog. Start pedaling your feet and exhale to your mouth. Bring your left foot in between your hands, spin the back heel down, and come to the middle of the mat, parallel, both feet are parallel. Open your heart and fold in between your legs. Place your hands somewhere in between your feet, open the heart again, and fold in between your legs. Interlace your hands on top of the hips and stretch the arms. And try to lower the head while taking the wrists towards the floor. Release the hands. Rise on your hands. Place your right hand underneath your face and then place your left hand to your hip. Open the heart, so keep the hips even and try to bring the left shoulder on top of the right shoulder and lift your left arm up. Head forward, hip back. Right hand down, left hand up. Lower the left hand down where your right hand is. Place the right hand to your pelvis. Bring your shoulders on top of each other and lift your right arm up. Lift the head forward, press the hips back, and then turn the heart. Release your hands. Prasarita Padottanasana. Rise on your hands again. Start walking your feet together and come to Vajrasana. And close your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. When we try to control the externals, we lose the inner connection. So what we have to do is look inside, because there is a completely personal world in you. It's your world. instead of looking at somebody else's world, we have to look inside. And once we find that uniqueness, the external will lose their importance. Take a nice deep inhale to your nose. Exhale to your mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And lower the head to your heart. Lift your head up. Open your eyes. And come to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. In downward facing dog, press the hands, turn the upper arms towards your ears, and press your heels down and up. Bring your right foot in between, next to your right hand. Place your left knee down. Rise on your 10 fingertips and walk your left knee more back and straighten the front leg. If there is the block close by, you may place the block somewhere here. So this is like a reference that your feet is, the bottom of the foot is parallel to the wall. Take your left knee back and fold into your right leg. The target area in the pose is this might be the calf muscles and hamstring and the hips for some of us. For some people, it can be only the hamstrings or only the calf muscles. So every body is unique. And every body needs a different variation. Start walking your left knee forward. Release the block. And take your knee back and downward facing dog. Bring your left foot forward. Next to your left hand, place your right knee down. Take your right knee slightly behind your hip. Straighten the front leg. And if you want to again, you may place the block right in front of the sole of the left foot. Take your right knee slightly more back and fold into your left leg. So don't lock your knee. Lock knee will cause you problems in the future for the knee joint. So slightly keep it bent and engage your muscles to your bones. Press through your left heel, pull your left hip back, bring your right hip more forward. Rise up, and then bring your foot back, take the block away, and downward facing dog. One more time. Bring your knees down, bring your elbows down. Grab your elbows with opposite hands. This will show you the shoulder width apart. So keep the shoulders this distance, stretch the forearms forward. If you want, you may place a block or the book in between your forearms. Actually, I will grab a book. So we are all the same. This is Bhagavad Gita, by the way. So grab a Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. And then palms down. So what we are trying to do is like, we are trying to stay close to Bhagavad Gita. We don't try to get away from Bhagavad Gita. This is really important. This is really interesting actually. This is definitely by chance that I picked that book. So get close to Bhagavad Gita. Get close to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. And lift the hips up. Walk the feet forward. And try not to bring your shoulders more forward. Try to keep your shoulders right on top of your elbows. Walk your feet forward a little bit more. Keep your left foot on the floor. Lift your right foot up. Don't lift the hip so much. Keep it in square. Look in between your elbows. Don't look drastically forward. This will hurt your neck. Lower the right foot down. Lift the left leg up. Hip in even. Elbows and hands touching down to floor. And rise on your tippy toes on the right foot. Lower the left foot down. Bring the right knees. Bring both knees down. And sit in Vajrasana. And then bring your hands to your heart. So this is completely random, but Bhagavad Gita says there is a war. There is a war in between ourselves, in between you and you. There are two yous. And there will be wars. There are wars, and there were wars. But what we have to do is, first, make a peace in between our inner selves. And we have to find a purpose in life. And for that purpose, we have to serve. Take a nice soft inhale to your nose. Exhale to your mouth. Inhale again. Exhale. One more time. We're going to bring the forearms down again. Place the elbows down. Place the palms down. This time I want you to focus on the wrists, because the wrists usually try to lift up. What we have to do is keep the elbow, the wrist, especially the knuckle of the index finger down and the tip of the fingertip, index finger. Once you are up, start pressing the pinky, the outer side of the pinky, the tip of the pinky. So lift the hips up. Walk the feet forward. Lift the right leg up and come to the tippy toes of the left foot. Rise up. Feel the space in between your shoulder blades. Lower the right foot down. Lift the left leg up. Keep the squareness of the hips. Feel the space in between your shoulder blades and lift your hips up. Lower the left foot down. Bring the knees down. And come to Vajrasana, sitting posture. Now, remove the block, remove the book. We will do this one more time. Elbows down, but this time I want you to interlace your fingers. Make a big wrist. Interlaced. Elbows down. Hips up. Walk the feet forward. And look at your hands. Give your hips on top of your shoulders. And shoulders stay on top of the elbows. Lift your right leg up. Bring your right knee to your chest. And push the floor down. Lower the right foot down. Lift the left leg up. Bring the left knee to your chest. Come to the tip of the right toes. And then release. And then sit. And then close the eyes. Shake your hands. Move your shoulders. So, in my practice, when I do this, all my energy and all my attention goes to my hands. Because this is where I see, this is what I see in my practice. I think that if I squeeze my hands a little more, I will do the pose. But actually, this is a mistake. Because actually, this is what I do in life. I always focus on, give my maximum energy, whatever is shown to me. On my social media account, on the newspapers, they are trying to show you things that they want you to see. And as this is in front of my eyes, I give all my attention, thinking that the rest of the body will do the pose by itself. But actually no, this is only maybe, I don't know, 5% of the pose, 5% of the body. The 95% of the body is not very connected in the pose. So what we have to do is like be a little more mindful and try to spread this energy into the whole picture, into the hips, into the legs, even to the feet, and especially your core center. And once we are able to distribute that energy evenly, you will feel the lightness. So if you are at home and if you are close to a wall, I highly recommend you to pull your mat towards the wall, and we will start to go up to Pincha Mayurasana without a wall support. Or, of course, with a wall. So, if you are alone and if this is your like first time practicing, I'm trying to keep the class as on level as possible. So, how I use my hands, usually flat, palms on the down. So I have a bigger foundation, I have a bigger connection with the earth. Hips up. If you are going towards a wall, like the wall should be somewhere here, like one hand in front of your fingertips. Lift up, walk forward, lift your right leg up. Don't bend your right leg. Keep this right leg up and think of that like a Lego. Shoulders, elbows, shoulders, hips, and then the feet. Don't try to think the feet all the way forward. Keep that in line. So we are rising up from the floor. Elbows down, shoulders up, hips going forward. I keep my right leg straight and a gentle hop. And then maybe bring the other leg up. And keep looking in between your forearms. Pull your legs into each other and stretch towards the ceiling with your toes. If you are comfortable here, you may gaze back. And press your index fingers first, and then bring the energy to your pinkies. Look forward. Oops, come down. And come to child's pose. And rise up. So the free pose without the support was optional. If you don't feel comfortable at home, please don't do it. It doesn't work to hurt yourself, especially nowadays. But if you have been working on it for a long time, for a while, this might be a good chance to work towards a wall. Now, this was very demanding for the shoulders. So after working them, we have to give them some love, like this. So bring your right ear towards your right shoulder, and very gentle stretch to the left side of the neck. If you want to go take it a little deeper, stretch your left arm to side and point your index finger towards the floor. Take your head back a little bit. Come back to center. Wait, neutralize the body, don't rush. And bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. If you want to go a little deeper, stretch your right arm to the side and point your right finger, index finger. Come back to center. Interlace your hands. Place them very gently behind the head. And don't pull your head down. Just use the weight of the arms, stretching the back of the neck. Don't think that if you pull more, you will make it better. When you think, most of the time you make things worse. So try not to think and trust the body and trust the beauty of this practice. The moment I try to get smarter, that's the time I hurt myself or I screw up with my plans. Rise up and should move your head into circles. Take it to the other way. This feels good. Lift your right arm up, palms facing back, and place your hand in between your shoulder blades. And then bring the other hand. If you can, interlace the hands. If you can't, grab the t-shirt or get a fabric. Hold a t-shirt or other, like a scarf or something, and lean back towards the upper arm. And release. Bring the left arm up, bring it in between your shoulder blades. With the right hand you may help, because my left side is a little more tight than the right. So I always help it a little bit more. And then interlace your hands and lean back towards the left arm. And release. Move your shoulders. And most of the time when I practice, I add some core exercise. Lie down on your back, pull your knees to your chest, and then lift your legs up. Point your toes, lift your arms up, lift your shoulders and head off the floor. Keep your left leg up, lower your right leg to 70%, 70 degrees, sorry. A little bit of shake is okay. Bring the right leg up, lower the left leg, lift the chest up, keep reaching up to an imaginary friend that you are stuck at home, you can't reach. Like imagine you are hugging a friend, and release. Shake the body left and right. And this can be a great preparation for handstand. Like this can be like palms facing back, arms back, legs up, right leg forward, push the floor. If there is a block, you may also place the block underneath your left foot. Stay there, very good. And then this can be a great exercise for you to feel the core muscles. And change. And look in between your hands if you want, or gaze up to ceiling and push the floor up. And release. Oh, this works, very good. Roll on your back and come to a seating. So all the pincha, the core exercises, close the front plane of the body. What we are gonna do is like make it equal, open the front of the body. Come to downward facing dog. Bring your left foot forward, right knee down. Keep your right palm on the floor, but bring it like a few centimeters to right and forward. Open the chest, bring your left hand to your knee. Again, don't collapse on your right shoulder. Lift it, energized and uplifted. Bend your back leg, grab your foot from back. Inside or outside, up to you. And then lower your right upper leg towards the floor. So target area of the pose is obviously your right thigh. And this pose is called twisting thigh stretch. To add some spice to pose, you may bring the knee back, a hip back towards your heel, glue your foot and your hip together, and then take them forward together. This will increase the tension, the stretch of the right upper leg. If this was too much for you, don't go forward. Release the foot back and change sides. Downward facing dog. Bring your right foot forward, left knee down. Turn the heart. Bend the back leg and grab the foot. Open the heart and get deeper towards your hips. Again, the center, the core of the left upper leg is pointing down. Don't twist it to the sides. If you want, take your hips back, glue to your heels, and take them forward together. And release. Downward facing dog. Come to plank. Lower down halfway. Upward facing dog. And open the front part of the body. Lengthen through the top of the head. If your lower back is hurting you, engage your legs a little bit more and press your heels down. And downward facing. And bring your knees down to the floor and rise on your knees. Check your t-shirt, make sure everything is all right. If you want, you may place the blanket underneath your knees, but make sure that the blanket is like neatly piled. Yeah. And then, this is much nicer. Keep the feet tucked. Bring your right hand to your right heel, left hand to your left heel. Press your heels down and bring your hips forward and chest up the ceiling. The head is continuation of the spine. And release. This is very good pose for the chest and for the front part of the body. And the shoulders. One more time. Come on your knees. You may keep your feet tucked or untuck your feet. Place your hands on your heels and press your hips forward. The more you ground yourself, the higher you can go. Actually, the more grounded you are, you are opening your heart more. And release. Voila. Take the blanket away for now. And one last pose. As a back bend. Keep the feet hip distance apart. Place the hands behind your hips. Fingers facing your heels. For Purvottanasana, lift the hips up, take the belly up to ceiling, and release the head towards the back. And this is like a medicine for your shoulders. If you have been working on handstands and Pincha Mayurasana a lot, this pose is like a great contour pose, contour balancing pose for those poses. Lower the hips and shake the hands. And let's add one lion breath to bring the energy out, to purify ourselves. Place the hands back, fingers facing your feet. Like inhale, exhale, hips up, head back. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale, close everything. Exhale, open everything. And release. Shake your hands again. Wonderful. Place your feet together. Hold your ankles and lift your chest up. Take your feet slightly forward. Keep the chest and spine up and reach forward. Baddha Konasana. And bring your head towards your feet. Rise up. With the help of the hands, bring the knees together. And then open your legs to the sides. Upavishta Konasana. Like you may hold the bottom of the knees. Lift yourself up. Keep that uplifted spine and then reach forward. You may put a blanket underneath your bum if you want to. If this is like too hard to, if your back is rounding so much, you may put like a block even, or in the blanket to make yourself more comfortable in the pose. It's always good to use some props when you have them. Lift your torso up very halfway. Turn to your right leg and fold into your right. Lift the spine up, heart up. Reach your chin forward and down. Come back to center. Turn to your left leg. Lift halfway up. Exhale, go forward and down. So bring more attention to groundedness of the right hip. Keep grounding your right hip down. And it's always good to spend like 1 minute on one side, at least. Only after like 50 seconds to 1 minute, the muscles start to loosen. Rise up, come to center. With the help of the hands, bring the knees together. Oops. And then we're gonna do one last forward fold, Paschimottanasana. You may also place the blanket underneath the knees if they are so uplifted. Lengthen through the top of the head. Walk your hands forward and fold into your legs. Open the heart and then release. Don't worry about the curve on the back. Actually, I want your back to be curved. Just like surrender and don't resist what your body is telling to you. Don't be so alienated from the body. And this was actually a very important thing for me. Like, I am also part of the nature. I am also part of this harmony. But the moment I start to think that the world is existing for me, the harmony is losing its balance. Actually, I'm also here for the world. And also the world is here for me. It's like a yin and yang. It's like it is giving and taking. Without giving, you can take. You can take till a point, but after a while, the universe, the nature will be saying, hello, I mean, you've been taking a lot, so it's time to listen to me a little bit. It's exactly the same thing with the body. It's exactly the same thing with the world, what's going on now. We've been exploiting the world so much that now it's time. The world is saying, go inside, look inside, and try to find what is needed. The world, the nature will find a way. But now it's our time to find a way to make this world livable. With the help of the hands, rise up. Move the blanket. Make like a nice pile. And put it underneath your bum. And come to a sitting posture. Let's sit in either Sukhasana, ankles underneath the knees, or open Siddhasana. The ankles are in line with your genital area. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the hands on your knees. Like your hands shouldn't be like so way forward. Your shoulders should be like neutral, and the hands should be like following the shoulders. It shouldn't be like that. If you want, you may find Chin Mudra. And we're gonna do a very simple breathing exercise. We're gonna inhale in 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. Inhale 4, exhale 4, inhale 4, hold 4, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. So, take a nice deep inhale to your nose. Let it go to your mouth. One more cleansing breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. For 4 seconds, start inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale to your nose. Exhale to your mouth. Inhale again. Exhale. Let's sit still for a few minutes. Feel the effects of the practice. Feel the effects of the movement. A mindful movement. Visualize yourself sitting in meditation in front of your eyes. And very slowly, every exhalation, start making that image of yours less visible, getting more flu and disappearing. And after a few more exhalations, that image is completely gone, and only your breath is existing. And this will feel light and fresh, without the burden of the body, without the weight of the body. Asatoma satgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Loka samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all the creatures in the world be happy and peaceful. Gently bow your head to your heart. Lift your head up and open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Reach me out. Bye bye. Thank you.